you're my brother, Ryan. What in the world makes you think I want you to get out of town?
You know, yesterday you asked me if I ever wanted to return to law enforcement, and I said, oh, no, thanks.
Well, what does that have to do
So
with...
this afternoon, I receive a call from the Secret Service offering me this great job in New Orleans.
Sounds like an excellent opportunity.
No, it sounds like you are trying to play with my life again, like the old man trying to play God.
Why would you assume I...
Because the caller said I had received this wonderful recommendation from my brother, the senator. Now, if you want me out of your life, why don't you just have the guts to tell it to my face?
The nerve of that guy. He had stolen this right out from under my nose.
It's got to be here somewhere. Mom, I'll help you.
The way you can help me, Amanda, is by finishing your book on Grant Harrison. Corey needs a bestseller as soon as possible.
As soon as I finish my research on the Canada chapter.
What do you think you're going to learn that you don't already know?
I don't know, but Vicky tore the section to shreds. Ryan was not very cooperative. Nobody wants to talk about what went on in that cave.
Can you blame them? That's it. It's not here. He's done it. He's taken it. Now, what is he up to?
Mom, I find it very difficult to believe that Jay could just bop in here and walk off with confidential
I told you, I
documents.
came in, I found him going through the things on top of my desk, and now the financial report is missing. Now, just what is he going to do with that?
If he's trying to get on your good side, why would he do something like
We're
that?
talking about Jake McKinnon here. One thing doesn't preclude the other.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Corey. The terrace doors were open.
Oh, so that's how Jake got in here. Well, Ian, you're just going to have to beef up security around here. That better be Paulina.
Hello, Corey residence. Oh, hi. Yeah, she's right here. Hold on. It's Nancy about Grandma.
Nance? Nancy, calm down. Honey, just tell me what's going on. No, not Mom.
Thank you very much.
Where the hell have you guys been?
Hey, John.
I was calling everywhere last night. It was like you dropped off the face of the earth.
We were doing some research. Did you speak to Ryan?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. He said that you needed to know why Christy was in Murray Hill Hospital in New York for a month in '84.
Yeah, we think she might have had a mental breakdown.
Can you find out for us?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have a call into a friend of mine who's chief of surgery.
Good. This could be the break we need.
Do you think he'll tell you anything? I mean, what about the doctor-patient confidentiality?
I plan to ask him nicely. He owes me one.
With our luck, it'll probably be another brick wall.
It's okay, Frankie. We're moving.
I'm moving straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Would you guys mind telling me what the hell's going on here?
That's exactly what I want to know.
Hey, what's the matter, Billy? Couldn't wait for my cross-examination this afternoon?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to question your client first. I hear Frankie jumped bail and left the state. It's a felony. Now I can throw you in the slammer right now and you'll never see daylight again.
What's wrong with Graham?
She's in the hospital. Nance says that her cold got so bad she couldn't breathe.
But she's all right. She's going to be all right, right?
She's got pneumonia. Doctors say she's had it for some time. You know, Mom, she won't admit it when she's sick.
Oh, but they can treat pneumonia now. I'm sure she's going to pull through this just fine, Mom.
Yeah. She's on a respirator.
Oh, no.
Nance says she really looks scared.
I don't think I've ever seen Graham scared.
I gotta go to her, okay? I gotta go with her.
She's going to be fine, Mom. I'm sure of it. Grandma's a really tough lady, you know. I don't think she's ever missed one day of work in her life.
I know. This is Mrs. Corey. Would you fuel the Corey jet, please, and get clearances for Phoenix? I'm going to leave in a half an hour. Thank you. I'm going to pack.
No, I'll have Hilda do that. Why don't you just sit down? You look a little pale. Well, you look scared yourself.
Oh, God. Paulina.
Rachel, I was in the middle of a production meeting. What was so important that I had to jump up and get over here?
Jake has apparently stolen something, Paulina.
I don't want you out of my life, Ryan. Your family.
Oh, what a distinction. So that means that I get to be lied to and manipulated. I guess that's how we family Harrison care.
I do care about you. Whether you believe it or not, I wanted this to work.
No, what you wanted was me out of your life. Now, you're just like the old man. You decide to pull some strings for my own good. You're picking up the old man's tricks.
Don't ever compare me to Spencer.
Had a patrol car stake out your house last night and you didn't come home. Where were you?
We were gathering evidence for Frankie's defense, Billy. And by the way, we're under no obligation to share that information with
Unless you were gathering it out of state.
Even if you could prove that we were in New York, which you can't, what would you do to me, Billy?
Lock you up and lose the key.
I'm already on trial for murder. How much worse could it get?
Oh, so you figured you'd trash a few more laws along the way,
This case is being tried in court. We don't have to put up with your interrogation here.
But it's obvious that you two are up to something, and why don't you let me in on it?
Why? So you can take what we've got straight to the prosecution? When you're on the stand this afternoon, Billy, you and Anderson are going to do everything you possibly can to prove that Frankie helped this man kill himself.
Well, that is the way that the law works, Cass. I can't do anything about that. I wish I could.
Well, this afternoon you're going to get your wish, Billy. Because when I cross-examine you, I am going to destroy your credibility as a police officer. And that should help us.
We both have to do our jobs, Counselor. And if I find out that Frankie left the state, I'm going to throw her in jail for the rest of this trial. And if I find out that her lawyer helped her jump bail, I'm going to see you disbarred, Counselor.
I'm gonna go call Matt. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, what has Jake done now?
I was working at home today on the financial situation with Corey. I stepped out of this room for a few minutes. When I came back, Jake was in here rifling through the papers on my desk.
Did he have an explanation?
Yes, he was looking for the Harrison Foundation papers. But once he left, I realized that there were some very important documents of Corey's that were missing.
Well, maybe he picked them up by mistake.
Jake doesn't make mistakes. What he took were the financial reports,
Hold it, Rachel.
Paulina.
Jake wouldn't just take files when you just caught him rifling through your desk. He may be a lot of things, but he's not stupid.
Well, maybe he couldn't help himself.
You know, not everyone is as paranoid about Jake as you are.
Well, who trusts him, Paulina? Spencer? That should tell you a lot.
What about Ada? She gave him the benefit of the doubt when no one else would.
Yeah. She's always had a soft spot for him.
Rachel, what is it?
Mom is sick, Paulina. She's in the hospital with pneumonia.
Rachel, I'm so sorry. Hey, Ada's strong. She'll pull through this.
Yes, I know she will. She has to. We all count on her. She's always been there for me. I couldn't have gotten through Mac dying without her. All my life she's been here. I mean, she's my rock.
We all need someone like that.
Yeah, we all do. You know, she doesn't always tell me what I want to hear, Paulina. But she always tells me what I need to hear.
Fathers, you're the only family I have left.
All right, well, you still have Vicky and Stephen.
And I know how much they care about you. Look what you did for Stephen after Victoria brought him to play with you in the park today. That meant a great deal to both of us.
Well, I want to make sure that Stephen's happy.
So do I. And I want him to stay close to his Uncle Ryan. I want us all to be closer.
Well, listen, maybe when I got that phone call, I misjudged.
That's understandable. From now on, I'll consult with my brother before I go lauding plaudits on him.
Right. I really am sorry. I shouldn't have come barging in here trying to take your head off.
It's all right. I'm glad we got this out on the table. Everything will be clear to us. We'll be able to talk to each other if we get things out in the open, Ryan.
Right. Listen, Grant, I've got to get going. I've got to see Frankie before her trial, so if you'll excuse me.
Ryan? Take care of yourself. I told you I didn't want Ryan to know anything about this job offer. Well, you nearly blew it. And you nearly cost me my brother.
Do you think
We
will have a statement to make as soon as the trial is over and Miss Frame is acquitted. Thank you for your patience.
She says I'm going to be acquitted. We're whistling past the state pen. And where is Christy? Why isn't she here?
Take it easy. We're gonna nail her, I promise
Wow,
you.
she's always one step ahead of us.
She'll trip up. You'll see.
She knows we're onto her now. She must. If she knows we went to New York, what else does she know?
I still can't figure out how she found out.
Ryan,
Hey, guys. How's it going?
who else besides you knows that Cass and I went to New York?
No one.
Well, somebody placed an anonymous phone call to Billy Cooper and said that Frankie had jumped bail.
You're kidding.
And it was a woman's voice.
Let me guess, Christy?
You got it.
Now, who besides Christy could have found out where we were?
Was it Lorna? She walked in during that phone conversation I had with you from New York.
Cass, she didn't even know that it was you on the
Well,
phone.
who else then?
You know, I remember that Christy came by last night to find out where you guys were.
But you
Right.
didn't tell her anything.
No, but when I was on the phone with you, I wrote down the address and the phone number for the hotel. And when she came in, I ripped off the page and pocketed it.
Did you leave her alone at all?
Except for the guy who came with the espresso machine, I helped him deliver it.
Well, there you go, the old pencil impression trick. You have
Damn.
the pencil over.
Great, that must be how she tracked us down.
I feel so stupid. I'm sorry, guys.
So Christy definitely trashed our hotel room and called Billy hoping that he would put me in jail.
Right, and now she knows that you think she killed Douglas. So she's probably thinking it's either her or Frank.
Which makes her more dangerous than ever.
Billy, listen, I know you've done this 100 times before, but just answer the questions precisely and to the point. You got it, right? Hello, Frankie? Counselor?
Listen, I'm gonna go track Christy down. Excuse me.
Thanks, Ryan.
Superior Court is now in session. The Honorable Margaret Trollinger presiding. All rise. Be seated. The People versus Mary Frances Frame.
The prosecution may call its next witness.
The state calls Captain Billy Cooper of the Bay City Police Department.
What do you think Kevin and Billy were talking about?
I don't know. But if he mentions New York City, we're in big trouble.
What did the police lab report show as the cause of death of Douglas Carson?
Alkaloid poisoning of an overdose of red passionata, a rare herb in a highly concentrated form.
And this deadly substance was found in the tea Douglas Carson drank on the afternoon of his death.
Yes, it was isolated in the remnants in the teapot and in the jar of tea that we found in the Carson kitchen.
The tea in the jar was a homemade blend?
Yes, made by Frankie Frame.
Whose fingerprints were found on the teapot?
The defendant, Frankie Frame.
And on the jar containing the remains of the lethal blend of tea?
Miss Frame's fingerprints were also found on the jar of tea.
Anyone else's?
No.
Captain,
Yes.
can you identify this police report?
A uniformed officer under my command stopped Miss Frame for speeding. While questioning the defendant, he noticed a small amount of botanical which he suspected to be contraband.
And the officer confiscated this suspicious substance?
Yes, he did. He brought it to the lab for testing.
Are you familiar with these results?
Yes, I countersigned this statement. The lab indicated that the substance was a mixture of dried herbs, as the defendant had claimed.
And was the substance known as red passionata, the substance that killed Douglas Carson, among them?
Yes, but in a less powerful concentration than the autopsy had
Captain.
revealed.
So what you're saying is that on the night of Douglas Carson's death, the night that he was dying from an alkaloid overdose, some of the same substance was found in Ms. Frame's possession.
Yes.
Your Honor, we ask that these lab reports be placed into evidence as States Exhibit C and D.
Without objection.
Thank you. Now, Captain, this document was placed into evidence as State Exhibit B. Do you recognize it?
Yes, it's the term paper that Frankie Frame wrote on the subject of euthanasia.
Mercy killing.
Yes.
You found this paper in the Carson house?
Yes, I did.
And where specifically did you find it?
I found it in the Carson parlor among Dr. Carson's books and personal letters.
And you immediately brought it in as evidence?
Oh, yes, I did.
Why did you feel that it was significant?
Well, it appeared to show a possible motive.
Objection.
Sustained. The jury will decide that.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I misspoke. It appears to show Miss Frame's attitude toward mercy killing.
Well, for the record, Captain, would you please read the abstract or summary of Ms. Frame's ethics paper on page 2?
The author will demonstrate that the dignity of each living person demands that a human being's death be solely the responsibility of that person, and the state, as a legal entity, has no prior claim. Further, that any doctor, health practitioner, or loving family member should be absented from penalty of law if asked to assist the person in her or his easy passage from a painful terminal condition.
What do those words mean to you, Captain?
Objection. With all respect, the captain's opinion is irrelevant.
Overruled. The police assumptions are very relevant here. The witness will answer the question.
Well, the fact that the paper was in Dr. Carson's possession proves to me that Dr. Carson and Frankie Frame had discussed the subject of suicide, and that Frankie Frame supported breaking the state laws prohibiting assisted suicide.
I'm sorry, Iris, you're going to have to take over for me at KBAY while I'm gone. You can't sell, Iris, until we get more bids. Iris, my priority is Mom right now. Yeah, she'll appreciate a prayer. Thanks.
You ready to go?
Yes, I've called the accountants and told them that we've misplaced the financial report. I've checked in with the labor attorneys about the strike, and I haven't had a chance to call Cass and Frankie about the trial, but maybe while I'm gone you could do that for me.
Sorry, not me. I'm going with you.
Honey, you can't. Somebody's got to stay here with Allie.
I'll be with Ellie. I'll be staying here while you're gone. That way I can take care of my favorite niece and watch security for you as well.
I really appreciate that, Paulina.
Rachel, it's the least I can do.
Are you sure you feel okay about coming?
Mom, I'm not going to miss this chance to write Grandma about goofing off.
Yeah. It's impossible to fool her about being sick.
And I'm going to tell her that she can't get away with pushing that thermometer right up against the light bulb like that.
Yeah, well, come on. We gotta go. The plane's waiting.
Rachel,
Yeah.
please give Ada my love, okay?
Yeah.
I went to tell the driver to bring the car around, and I found these in the back seat.
These are the financial reports, but I had them in my briefcase. I didn't leave. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for finding these. I'm sorry, Paulina. I shouldn't have accused Jake.
It's okay.
At least you found them.
Yeah. Listen, Paulina, would you call accounting and tell them I found this report?
Absolutely.
Okay.
See, maybe your luck is changing, and Ada's too. Take care of her, okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. And don't worry about Allie.
Oh, yeah. Not too many sweets. No TV after 7 o'clock. And make sure she changes her leotard after dance.
Okay, got it. Fine. Give her a hug from me, okay?
Words to say.
I'm sure he's not that way with Ryan. No, what I mean to say is that I know that Ryan wants what's best for him, but it's just an awkward situation, you know.
Well, it's a very difficult time for the boy, you see. He does miss his father so much, and with Jamie away, the child feels a bit lost.
I understand. I want him to know that I'm here for him.
But it just takes time, sir. It'll all work out. You'll see.
Good. Thank you.
Yes, well, I'll just go and see if he's all right.
All right. It'll work out when I get Ryan out of the picture.
Captain Cooper, would you tell the court where you found Mary Frances Frame on the afternoon of March 24th?
Alone in the Carson home, she appeared to be searching the place.
Objection. Your Honor, that incident is irrelevant and immaterial.
Hardly, Counselor. Overruled.
Well, tell us, Captain, exactly what transpired that afternoon?
I went to the Carson home to continue my investigation. When I arrived, Mrs. Carson's car was not in the driveway and the front door was ajar.
Mm-hmm. What did you do then?
Being a cop, I don't take any chances. I pulled out my service revolver and entered the home expecting a possible break-in.
But you found Miss Frame?
Yes.
What did she tell you she was doing there?
She said that she was concerned that her friend was missing and that she was looking for clues to where Mrs. Carson possibly had gone.
And did you believe this story that she told you?
Objection. Conjecture.
Sustained. Mr. Anderson, you know better.
Exactly how did Ms. Frame say that she gained access to the house?
She said that her friend had given her a spare set of keys in case of an emergency.
Did she show you these keys?
No, but I noticed a spare set of keys on the rack near the door.
Did this make you suspicious of her story?
Well, I had
Objection.
Sustained. Where are you going with this, Mr. Anderson?
Your Honor, obviously the prosecution cannot prove that my client did anything wrong that day. I move that this entire segment of testimony is stricken from the record.
I will show that the defendant is guilty of breaking and entering and attempting to tamper with a felony investigation. Now, if I have to, I will recall Mrs. Carson and ask her under oath whether she gave Frankie Frame access to the house.
Then recall the witness. I want this cleared up.
Ms. Carson is not in the courtroom today, Your Honor. Understandably, this trial is taking an immense toll on her.
All right, it's getting late. Let's break for now. We'll resume tomorrow morning with Mrs. Carson. Court is adjourned.
Hey, boss. I heard what just happened. Why'd you force him to recall Christie to the stand?
Because I was desperate. We need time to come up with a plan to turn the tables on Christie.
Any ideas? Kevin, what does your gut say? Does the jury think that Frankie's guilty?
They will tomorrow.
Can we get a
No comment today, please. No comment.
One question has to
Trial is still...
Christy did a hell of a job covering her tracks, huh?
I think she's at the breaking point. What she did to the hotel room is proof of that. What I have to do now is find a way to push her over the edge so she'll incriminate herself.
Cass, look, if she is criminally insane and you push her up against the wall, there's no telling what she might do.
I'd rather take that risk than lose Frankie. Why don't you go see how she's doing?
Yeah.
How you doing, kiddo?
You should have heard Billy's testimony. He kept shoveling circumstantial evidence on top of me. I felt like I was being buried alive. And Billy's my friend. But then Christy was my friend, too.
Hey, at least your real friends are here.
Do you know what scares me the most? It's not knowing where she is. I mean, what could she possibly be up to now?
This was just delivered for you, Mr. Winthrop.
Thank you. Cass, I have to see you right away, alone. Please call Love Christie.